Hey, welcome to Real Authority. Today I'm talking about Insidious The Further. I guess I'm just going to use this as my poster PNG. To be quite honest, I didn't really know what to expect from this movie. I was hoping for something at least entertaining. Like, the trailers made it seem like it would just be a, I don't know, entertaining gore fest or jump scare fest. And I did watch the Insidious movies before this. They're not as bad as I thought they would be. They're not perfect, but they definitely have a lot more consistency than I guess the Conjuring franchise, despite having less installments, so I guess there's a plus there. And I don't know, the first three movies really just had something there. I even liked The Red Door. But when it came to this movie, I was cautiously optimistic. I wasn't expecting anything great, but I really wasn't expecting like the worst of the Insidious movies. It may be that. Maybe The Last Key rivals it, but I was very disappointed with this movie. It's not without its perks, and I feel like a lot of them have to do with like the creative team behind it, so why don't I get into the plot? So Amelia Eve plays Gemma. She's a single mother who basically had a traumatic childhood, or at least an event that basically scarred her for life. And now in the modern day, she basically finds herself grappling with the Further, as the Further are coming to her because she possesses an ability that can bring the Further into our world. And I guess Amelia Eve's good. Like, I really do feel that the script doesn't exactly make her the most compelling character, but as the lead character, she definitely does enough to make you somewhat invested in the movie. But given the fact that Lynn Shaye's more or less a supporting role in this one, granted, she hasn't really had many times to be front and center, and so unfortunately, if you think she's the best character in the franchise, which I do, you're going to be thoroughly disappointed. But Amelia Eve shows herself well, and the little bit we get of Lynn Shaye is always a pleasure, even though it does feel like this is a cash grab, because this is like the least Lynn Shaye has really been in an Insidious movie outside of The Red Door. I haven't seen Come Play, but I felt like Jacob Chase would inject his own flavor and style into this movie, and to an extent, that definitely does show through. Mainly in some of the creative jump scares they do, like those sequences definitely shine through past, well, the rest of the movie, and I gotta say the third act, despite falling into a lot of the issues that the rest of the movie succumbs to, there's some entertaining stuff in there as like a dumb fun kind of watch. And I don't know, I really do feel like the third act does carry a lot of the movie for me, but even then, there are a lot of moments in which it does hook you in a lot of ways. Plus, it does have intriguing concepts that expands the Insidious franchise into new territory that I don't think they've done before. Unfortunately, and I really didn't want to cut the positives too short, but I just really have to explain why I just was left kind of dissatisfied, and I do feel a lot of it has to do with the screenplay. Like, the Insidious movies, even the best one, aren't exactly known for groundbreaking screenplays or exactly tight. I do feel like with this screenplay, it leans into a lot of the issues that the Insidious franchise has encountered and probably will encounter ahead of time and before. Dumb character decisions are almost a given, although the Insidious franchise has pretty much been smart in terms of making it a slow burn instead of a jump scare fest. I feel like this one, despite not being entirely a jump scare fest, it does lean deeper and deeper into that kind of horror movie, although it doesn't sacrifice the drama. It's just, I never really cared about the characters despite the solid performances. Like, I'm not saying previous Insidious characters are the strongest either. I just feel like this franchise, for the most part, has kind of had up and down characters despite the quality of the movie. Like, even the Lamberts aren't exactly grade A-tier cinema, like the Warrens from The Conjuring, despite Patrick Wilson also being in that one. I don't know, it just really does feel like they had such a simple idea for an Insidious movie, but didn't really know how to organically make that the next installment, because The Red Door was a box office success given the low budget. I mean, Blumhouse movies usually have success despite the quality of a movie. But this one really does lean into what made the Insidious franchise, I don't know, kind of stale. And despite the third act really stepping up its game, I really do feel that the movie is boring despite being 1 hour and 45 minutes. Granted, this is kind of a little above the average runtime of the Insidious movies, so it should have been a slam dunk in terms of the pacing. But even with the increased amount of jump scares or commitment to jump scares, it just left me kind of bored. This is one of the only Insidious movies that I could really call boring or unengaging. Like, The Last Key comes close, but I do feel like the setup of this plot and the characters really need to be stronger in order for you to even get the littlest bit amount of care. Out of theater reaction, I'm not doing good. I can't overlook the issues, but the least I could do is admire the technical prowess of the movie, and the cinematography is half decent. But yeah, if you've come to expect mediocrity from the Insidious franchise, this movie's not going to change your opinion. But if you're expecting a different direction for the Insidious movies, one that would absolutely change the franchise forever, you're also not going to get that. But if you like the Insidious franchise just the way it is, you're probably gonna have fun with it. But I feel like hardcore fans, even fans that like most of the movies, will wind up disappointed. Easily one of the weaker Insidious movies. I'm probably gonna do a ranking video in a few days of all the Insidious movies. We'll see where this lands. Regardless, if you fall into my camp, The Real Authority rejects 4 out of 10. Here's hoping the next Insidious movie doesn't really feel like The Further. They make money, so we'll see. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, comment your thoughts on the movie, and let me know what your favorite Insidious movie is, or least favorite. I don't know. Maybe I should save that question for the ranking video. How about best horror movie of the year? Is it still Obsession or what? Alright, peace.